You are someone who spends all of your time focusing on other people on the internet, making fun of them, bringing them down, and calling them lolcows. If this is your source of entertainment in your life, you should look in the mirror, because there's a bigger lolcow standing in your house right now. It's you. You're a loser. Overall, it was a pretty good day. The one thing that's pertinent to obviously my content and streams that I did yesterday is that last night, before I went to sleep, I started going through the very arduous task of reviewing all of my emails from ridiculously long ago in regards to Machinima. All right? And I told you this, we have an event coming up 1 week from tomorrow called The Dark Side of Machinima, a long-form React event that I'll be doing over on my DSP Reacts channel exclusively. And during this event, not only will I be reacting to a documentary made about Machinima by June the King, but I'm essentially making my own kind of documentary based on my experiences with this company. And just to give you some perspective here, right? I have emails dating back to 2009. That's right, 14 years ago. Did you know that before I partnered with Machinima in 2011 and became part of their partner network, that I had actually had business relationships with Machinima before that? Did you know that they were incredibly unprofessional and I cut ties with them for 2 years because of it? Did I even ever talk about it? I don't know. I didn't even remember. But I started searching my emails and I found all my emails about it. I was like, oh shit, I have everything. So this is going to be pretty cool, because not only am I going to be reacting to someone else's documentary, but I'm going to have all this exclusive stuff to talk about. I got emails about my initial, negotiations and signing up with them. I got emails about when they renegotiated contracts and offered promotional opportunities. I've got all the information about my first trip to E3, which is it's a hoot, to say the least, because all right, I don't want to spoil it, but just to say that it was like absolutely ridiculous back then, and we're talking like 12, 13 years ago, right? Things back then were so different, unprofessional. It was like a party atmosphere half the time, and it was just dumb because all you're trying to do is make content, make money, and trying to work with a company like that that was like disorganized and everything. But anyway, I have all this stuff. I basically last night reviewed emails all the way through like maybe mid-2013, and I started, capturing them. So I have screen grabs to show you during this event. And so I'm doing this, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot. And I'm not even kidding you, probably already I have like 20 or more screen grabs just from 2009 to 2013. Now, I stayed a partner with Machinima all the way through early 2017. So I've got a lot more to go through. And then what I basically got to do is narrow it down to the stories and things that I think are more interesting for you guys. And it'll be fun. I'm actually debating what to do in regard. Here's the thing. A lot of the emails and stuff that I have are just me talking with the Machinima employees at the time. And, it has their names and stuff in the emails, but the thing is, it's public knowledge that they were employees of Machinima. None of these discussions are like, oh my God, top secret hush-hush information that makes us all look bad. It's not, you know what I mean? So, having those emails, I don't think it really matters whose name is on them, because those people already, I actually checked it out. I was like, this person, publicly says they worked for Machinima. Here's their LinkedIn profile that says that they worked for them at that time. It's not like they're embarrassed that they worked for Machinima. So obviously there'd be emails with them involved, right? So I'm thinking it's not a big deal to show like names and stuff in the emails, because again, there's no personal data or anything there. It was just talking business about Machinima back and forth way back when. So anyway, I got a lot more to go through. Like I said, I only got to like mid-2013, but there is one bummer. All right, there's one bummer, and here's the one bummer. I can't actually show you the contracts that I had with Machinima. All right, you might say, well, why not? Because they were all online, they were all digitally signed. I never had an actual paper contract with Machinima. They were all done through those websites. You know how those online signing websites where they send you a form digitally, click here, digitally sign, do this, do that. That's how they were all done. And because they were all done that way, when you click on those links today, they don't work anymore. The company went out of business, so any archived contracts they had were deleted. So I have no actual record. I wish I did. It would have been really neat to look at the terms and conditions of the Machinima contracts that I had to see how ridiculously restrictive or not they were. And I don't really have that anymore because the company doesn't exist and all their data deleted. So there's nothing I can do about that. I never had like I never once ever did I have a hard copy of any contract with Machinima. It's not like they sent me a paper contract or anything like that. So I have nothing that saved up in that regard. I mean, it's good that I have all the emails. I mean, how many people save all their emails? No one. I do. I've got all the evidence of anything I ever talked with these guys about. And I think particularly after these, I would say, here's the different eras of Machinima. The 2009 interaction, which was a bait and switch, and they treated me really badly. The 2011 interaction, where they signed me up for the partner network. Then the initial interactions after that and how they treated me like for that first year. Then I would say the trip to E3 and how that went down. Then the contract renegotiations for less money and YouTube hitting everyone with content ID. Okay. Then I think the next major thing after that would likely have been Project 7 and how they handled that, because that was really interesting what happened there, because they were supposed to actually promote and air my Project 7 show on their channels, and it never really happened. They kind of lied to me about it, which is kind of messed up. And then there's the 2015 debacle of false copyright strikes against my channel and how they gave me advice to do stuff that destroyed my channel. And I'm actually not there yet. Like I said, I'm searching emails, and I got up to 2013. I have to see what actual interactions I have kind of documented with them at that time to see exactly what I could say. Oh, okay, here's the evidence of this or that, you know. So I'm still going. I'm still going to have several nights of sifting through all this correspondence I ever had with the company. And then that event is Saturday, July 29th, a marathon event on DSP Reacts. Not only will I be reacting to the June the King documentary, it's about 50 minutes long, but you know me. When I watch these documentaries, I comment, I pause, I add a ton of context of my own perspective. So likely that's going to end up being like 2 hours or more. And then the rest is going to be me telling all my stories about Machinima and actually showing you emails to show you the correspondence and thing I had with them. It's not me just talking on my butt. I'm actually going to try to have corroborating, you know, evidence to what I'm saying to show you, hey, this really happened and here's how this company was, okay? So that's going to be a fun event, something very different a week from tomorrow, okay? But anyway, I started work on that last night, so it was part of my day off, all right?